Hello everyone. I'm Tripti Chaudhary with a child, adolescent and young adult psychologist, and welcome to my third part of my video series on coping with COVID-19. What I'm going to talk to you about today is tips for parenting young children during this time. Parenting young children can be very exhausting, especially at this time when they're, homebound. There are no parks, there is no going out, there are no activity classes. It can get a little overwhelming to, take care of the kids at home. But following maybe the tips that I can give you, which are going to help you parent them better in the next few days. So tip number one is, again, I'm going to reiterate it, that you need to have the discussion with these kids, because they are observing a change in their own life, because they've probably stopped going to school. They're probably doing online school. So there are a lot of changes, so it's important to keep telling them what's going on, and to keep adding to the information, to keep asking them how they're doing about it, what they feel about it, what have they heard. Those are very important, especially for this age group, because you don't know how they are processing the information that's coming through to them. The second is, keep the discussion very simple. Don't try and complicate it by giving them too much information, because their young and fragile minds cannot take so much information. So keep it very simple, but give them information. The third is, you need to manage your own anxiety. I'm coming back to this point. Why? Because children observe very intently. If the adult is not feeling comfortable, the children will not feel comfortable. So it's imperative that if you or any elders in the house are feeling anxious about the situation, please probably do a few breathing exercises, practice some mindfulness techniques to be able to help calm yourself. These techniques can also be done with the children. A morning routine could involve you sitting and just deep breathing with the child, or asking the child to sit in a frog position for a few minutes, because that'll help the child calm down. So a few calming strategies at this time to incorporate in the children's routine is a very good idea. It will help them cope with the situation a little better. The fourth point that I want to talk about is, again, watching the media that the children are being exposed to. Please keep a tab on it, because you don't know what the children may see on the news channel, or flashing as a ticker. It may be a good idea to keep the conversation about COVID-19 a little restricted, though I know we all want to talk about it, but keep it under control, right? Clarify what the children may have seen on the media, because sometimes children may think, younger children may think that what is being shown over and over again is happening over and over again, right? So it's a good idea to clarify that it's just happened once, not like over and over again. The next is routine. Now, again, for younger children, routine is a good idea, because the predictability helps them have more calmness. Just for that reason, so have some schedule through the day. I think most children are going on online classes, the school age children, so it's a good idea that they do their classes in the morning, so that can be the structured bit of your day. For younger ones or preschool children, have some activities scheduled in the morning, which you can decide with them one day previous, right? Or you can decide it yourself, as the dynamics between you and your child. The next part is, do a lot of fun stuff at this time. Expose children to a lot of different things. They could be songs of different countries. It could be gardening. It could be dancing, experiencing with cooking. Like, you can do sandwiches and things like that with them. So I think it's a good idea to get them to doing a lot of different things. Like, you could also do puzzles, clay work. All of these are very good engaging things for children to do at this time. Some periods of the day need to be about doing nothing, which means that let the children be, probably let them lie in bed, look at the view outside the window, and just teach them the importance of pausing, of being in the moment. It's a very important skill to learn. So just doing nothing, getting bored, good idea again. Then let's get the children to do the chores together, involve them in setting the table, putting clothes in the washing machine, drying the clothes. They can water the plants. Some of these activities are good. Involve them in household chores. It will be a good idea. The next one I'd like to talk about is keeping them connected. Now, for young children who also may not be, they may not have mobile phones, it's a good idea to set apart some time of the day where they can, connect with grandparents, relatives, cousins, maybe even friends. You can probably, make them do like a small video call and, just keep them connected, just keep them keep the connection with people going, because for younger children what happens is that the network of people just remains you guys, right? So it's a good idea to let them interact with people. It'll maintain some amount of normalcy in this time. The last part that I want to talk about is, please look for any signs of fear, trauma, or anxiety coming up with children. If they're becoming extremely clingy, or they are, having a lot more temper tantrums than what they used to, or they're having sleep disturbances, or their, their thoughts, or their, they voice a lot of catastrophic things like, what's going to happen to you, what's going to happen to us. It's probably a time we need to look at getting some help, because I think children, the kid may be going through a fear or an anxiety. So it's a good idea to sort of approach someone for it. Another last part that you need to we need to know is that it's a sensitive time for children. Please keep in tune with their emotions, and you'll probably be able to emerge stronger at this time. Hang in there, and please keep watching the space for more videos on coping with COVID-19. Thank you.